Is a corpse hanging at 217, frozen in the middle of a world I've never seen. I'm scrubbing at the red, but the water's turning white. The stain is drinking deep from the marrow of the night. The steel in the basin is a tooth without a mouth, pointing to a secret that is traveling down south. A single black glove, a widow on the floor, waiting for a partner who isn't coming through the door. The mirror is sweating, hiding what I've done. A fog-covered witness that's decided not to run. I'm clawing at the glass, trying to find a name, but the face looking back is a stranger to the shame. The fluorescent light is blinking, a nervous iron eye, counting every heartbeat of a long and crooked lie. The porcelain is cold, biting at my skin, holding up the weight of the places I have been. I didn't lose my mind, I just locked it in a cage, ripping out the ink from a blood-soaked page. Silence to catch me when I fall. I'm snapping to the rhythm of the secrets I've kept, while the truth in the corner is a thing that never slept. The knife is a judge, the glove is a ghost, feeding on the courage that I've squandered the most. There's no use in washing, there's no use in prayer, when the ghost in the mirror is the only one who's there. The it didn't go. I know the truth, I just choose not to know. Plastic's teeth are chewing on a ghost. A dinner party where I'm the only host. The tape is coughing up a voice I used to wear, shaking out the dust from the high-rise air. The ceiling shedding skin, gray snow upon my coat, while the city rain is scratching at the glass against my throat. I flick the silver lighter, but the spark is just a lie, a hollow heartbeat clicking for a cold and bleeding sky. The window is a wound looking down at the street, where the ghosts of the pavement and the rainy shadows meet. The air is full of ash, the air is full of lead, a choir of the living singing to the already dead. I'm chasing down the shadow who left this at my door, following the muddy tracks across the wooden floor. but the boots are my own size. The mud is from my yard. The game was always crooked and I played the final card. I sent the message, I licked the stamp with my own blood, just to keep my memory dragging through the mud. Round and round the spool goes, nowhere left to run, staring at the damage that the younger man has done. The past is in a shadow, it's the floor beneath my feet, a debt that's never ending and a truth that's never sweet. I'm snapping to the rhythm of a voice I used to own, a king of nothing sitting on a high-rise rusted throne. The rain is punching holes through the city's neon skin, watching as the darkness lets the heavy silence in. The tape is getting tight, the spool is running dry, just a man and his echo waiting for the sky to die. It wasn't a stranger, it wasn't a curse, it was just the habit of making things worse. Don't forget what you did.
The coffee's a cold black lake in a porcelain cup, while the fluorescent light is drinking the midnight up. The screen is a spider web cracked by a digital light, sending me warnings from a sun that's yet to die. A message from my own ghost bleeding through the wire, trading in the water for a future made of fire. The empty chair is a judge sitting across from my seat, watching the steam vanish into the smell of the street. that the morning already missed. The rain is punching the diner, 1,000 liquid fists, drowning out the heartbeat of the man who still exists. I'm clutching the ceramic till my knuckles turn to stone, trying to be a king on a vinyl rusted throne. The script is already written, the ink is already dry. I'm just a witness to a slow and scripted goodbye. It said I'd breathe, I'd breathe. It said I'd fall. I'm just a shadow painted on a whitewashed wall. I don't know, a version of the devil who's been through the frost and the snow. I turn my head to the window, I turn my head to the door, meeting a man who's been through this hell once before. The phone is a tether, the chair is a cage, a blood-soaked ending on a half-written page. There's no tomorrow coming, there's no place to run when you're staring at the damage that you've already done. The glass didn't lie. I'm not waiting for the end. The end is why I'm here. The diner is a hollow ribcage, starving for a sound, while the neons flicker and bleeding on the ground. A half-burned cigarette is crying in my hand, leaving ash like gray snow across a promised land. The radio is coughing, clearing out its throat, reading back a sentence from a bloodstained note. It said I'd stand up and my legs just obeyed, a marionette dancing for a ghost that never stayed. Started to hiss, and I saw the half-torn photo, a ghost I used to kiss. I tried to fight the rhythm, tried to break the wire, but my thumb
just flick the lighter, feeding on the fire. The roof is taking punches from the iron-fisted rain, drumming out a cadence for a man who's gone insane. The script is getting tighter, the ink is turning black. There's no use in running when the future's looking bad. It's calling out my heartbeat, it's counting down the breath. A play-by-play broadcast of my own certain death. I'm snapping to a broadcast that was written in the dark, waiting for the static to extinguish every spark. The stool is a witness, the counter is a judge, holding on to secrets that the grease will never budge. Freedom was a lie that I swallowed like a pill, while the ghost in the speaker is working out its will. The ash is hitting concrete exactly where it said. A map for the bullet already in my head. The voice just stopped, the broadcast hit the end. The silence in the diner is my only living friend. I never had a choice, I'm just an echo. Predator's mouth is open, swallowing the white lines, while the highway stretches out, a map of all my crimes. The meter's jumping numbers, hungry for a soul, counting out the minutes that I've lost all my control. The silver coin is spinning, dancing on the dash, a jagged little heartbeat waiting for the crash. The rearview mirror's fractured, a web of silver lies, showing me the empty seat where a dead man's shadow lies. Didn't give an address, you didn't say a word, just the coldest silence that a living man has heard. I'm pushing on the pedal, but the asphalt's standing still. The speedometer is frozen while the meter works its will. I'm looking in the mirror, looking for a face, but the silver glass is broken, leaving not a trace. The number hits $1, but the car law has never moved. A silent film damnation, and the evidence is proved. Coin won't fall, the meter won't stop. Just a long dark slide before the final drop. I've snapped into the rhythm of the tires on the rain, a king of an empty cab, driving through the pain. The exit signs are ghosts now, haunting all the posts. Intersections screaming, which lie I value most. You can't outrun a passenger who's never coming back. He's riding in my marrow, he's hidden in the black. The door didn't open, the meter hit the end. A shadow from the graveyard is my only friend. The seat, it's soaking wet, and the coin is spinning yet.